My name's Bill Kramer. I own Kramer Electric, and my family owns land inside the proposed industrial wind complex. It is true wind is a free source of renewable energy, but harvesting it turns out to be pretty expensive. It takes 7 years of full capacity operation to recover the carbon released during the construction of each turbine. These things rarely produce more than 1/4 to 1/3 their full capacity and are fully depreciated after 6 years. They don't run on wind, they run on taxes. Because the power output of wind turbines is so variable and intermediate, backup generations from a reliable source must remain online. This actually increases our dependency on coal and other power sources and reduces the efficiency of these plants because their output must be constantly raised and lowered to compensate for variable output from wind turbines. Managing the power grid then becomes more expensive and more complicated, and brownouts and power surges are more common. Because it is unreliable, wind power has no capacity factor. It cannot replace any other type of energy plant because it cannot be counted on to displace any load at any time. The idea that wind power can reduce our dependence on foreign oil is a misconception. Most of our power in the U.S. comes from burning coal, and we still have a 200-year supply of that within our own borders. The small amount of oil burned to generate electricity is mostly low-grade domestic production. So until you can hook your car up to one of these things, they aren't going to reduce our thirst for petroleum. Another problem is that wind power is typically not there when you need it. At times of peak demand in the morning and evening when the wind is not blowing, in August when it's 105 and there's no air. You can see why it wasn't much help to Sunflower Electric last summer. California has more wind power production than any other state, but it wasn't much use during their blackouts last year, and you can see their electric customers weren't very pleased. Most of us own some kind of real estate or would like to, and if you put any value on land, that should be considered a very big cost in the production of this electricity, especially if the land becomes badly damaged or unsuitable for other uses. You might also like to read these quotes from Germany. Germany has the most wind power generation capacity of any country in the world, a total capacity of 48 gigawatts, but in the average year only utilize about 2 gigawatts. They have more than 20,000 windmills that each lose around $125,000 a year. They have recently stopped all government subsidies of wind power installation. As an electrician, I wouldn't want to depend on wind power as a source of energy. As a resident of Ellis County, I don't want to see our whole neighborhood trashed for a few megawatts of intermediate power. If wind power is going to make a contribution, it needs to be done in an area where not so many of my neighbors are affected adversely. Thank you.